Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my most recent Omega Constellation. Now, some of you guys may know of my previous two Omega Constellation. The first one was a 14K gold, solid gold, non-pie pan dial. And my second one was a stainless steel 168.005. That's the one with the pie pan dial and the quick set date function, similar to the one that I have on my wrist. So I'm going to talk about the one on my wrist and how they compare to my previous two Omega Constellations. So guys, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into this video. So let me start with my first Omega Constellation. That one came across in an auction at a great price. Well, it was expensive, but a good price for that time when I purchased it. It was a solid 14K gold timepiece with a dial that had heavy patina, to a point there was certain areas where I would say maybe damaged. Like, patina is damaged, but there's a certain level where it's just like, that's damage. And there was a small section that really made the value of the timepiece go down. But besides that, it was a beautiful timepiece. On certain angles, when certain lighting hit the timepiece, it just looks amazing. It has that orange patina on the dial, but it wasn't a pie pan dial. That was one of the real flaws in my eyes with this timepiece. I was hoping that I would have gotten 18 karat gold and a pie pan dial, but what I was able to get was the 14K gold non-pie pan dial. Now, for you Omega enthusiasts out there, you know when it comes to these Omega Constellations, the pie pan dial is the collector's dream, the most desirable. He ain't lying. The dog leg lugs also is the most collectible. And on this first one that I purchased, the 14K gold, didn't have the dog leg lugs. So I was really compromising on what I really wanted. Now for the second Omega Constellation that I was able to pick up, it had all the specs that I wanted except for the original beads of rice bracelet. Now the condition also wasn't the best. The case, I loved it. It wasn't over polished. You could still see the original finishing of the timepiece. I love that, but the dial wasn't in the best condition. So after picking this up, in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm still gonna seek and go after something in a better condition. Same timepiece, but just better condition. And now I believe I've struck gold. Now it's not a solid gold case. That's fine. As you guys may know, like I've told you, I've kind of moved away from solid gold and two-tone, and I'm just trying to wear stainless steel right now, just based on the economy and how things are going. Wearing a solid gold timepiece or two-tone piece just seems kind of crazy to me. When people are just struggling out there, it just doesn't make sense to be flashing a solid gold piece on your wrist. So the stainless steel piece was the one that I really wanted to go after right now, especially. Now, the one flaw to this piece is the crystal being scratched. Now, the scratches on the crystal is not a big deal. To me, especially a vintage guy, I believe that these acrylic crystals, scratches are just, part of the game. They can easily be polished out and just go right back to normal. But the thing about this timepiece is one of the scratches is pretty deep. So I may consider it a crack. But besides that, the timepiece is beautiful. Everything being original just gravitated me towards this piece. It was an overall upgrade from my previous stainless steel Omega Constellation. Now, the dial is something that's highly desirable, especially among Omega Constellation collectors. Some come with non-pie pan dials and some come with the pie pan dials. My previous pie pan dial had some patina, but it was a dirty looking type of patina, especially if you get close up and if you put a loop on it. Now this one, guys, it's almost perfect. Perfect aging, even nice. Creamy patina from the original silver dial. Now this watch left the Omega store or the Omega factory with a silver dial, but now it's a nice cream, even patina on the dial, which is an upgrade from my previous Omega. Another thing that's highly desirable among these timepieces is the dogleg lugs. Now, as you guys may see on my first Omega Constellation, the 14K gold, the lugs are not dogleg lugs. Dogleg lugs look like dog legs or grasshopper lugs. They have a certain angular shape to them that I enjoy, and it looks great on the wrist, and it's also comfortable. I must talk about the crown on this timepiece. This is a late 1960s model. Now, Omega Constellation, matter of fact, timepieces in general, when it comes to the vintage market, often come with parts that's interchanged, maybe correct, maybe it's like a Rolex crown or an Omega crown, but not correct to that timepiece. And my second Omega Constellation is a good example because the crown on that timepiece wasn't correct for that timepiece. Yes, it was an Omega crown, but it wasn't correct to that specific watch. I was able to get the correct crown on this timepiece, and that's another thing that drew me to it. Guys, it's the small things, it's the simple things that really put a watch in an overall perfect, collector's item. Luckily, this timepiece has a push-pull quick set date function that helps you change the date really quick, which is a plus in my book. Now, my first two Omega Constellations just came on leather straps, non-original, non-Omega straps, just regular straps. This one, I was lucky to get it on the original Beads of Rice bracelet with all the links, and the bracelet is in overall good condition. I would say a 3.8 out of 5 in condition, maybe a 4 out of 5. So all these points that I mentioned made this timepiece one that I needed to pick up. Everything matching, the hands, the dial, everything just correct to this timepiece. Guys, I want you to comment down below your opinion on this Omega Constellation. Give the video a like, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next video.